Hello everyone. Let me get my video camera in focus. I'm going to try to speak a little bit loud because I'm doing this live video from outside of our porch. Hello Sierra Leone, hello United States, Mexico, Europe, all of our friends. I know it's early, most of you are probably in bed, but I figured this would be the best time to get this video going. So when you wake up, you hopefully be able to watch it. Feel free to like and share this video with your friends, share on your pages. We really, truly appreciate it. I see that I have 3 people that have joined, but I'm not able to see who you are because of the way my phone is set up. But either way, thanks for joining. I have here with me, to my left, Jonathan, who is the architect and builder that came all the way from Guadalajara, Mexico to Sierra Leone to help me with the construction. Jonathan, you want to say hello?
Hello everyone. I'm here to help and support in that area that is construction. So I was sending here from Mexico from a part of team of architects and builders that support me, and also an engineer that support the structural of the ECMO. So structural about iron roads, foundation, something that support and be safely the house.
Wonderful. Well, hey Geneva, hey Ajara, thank you guys for joining. Hey, as I said earlier, this is going to be maybe either my last or second to last update from Sierra Leone to you all, just to let you know what has happened. I have my little notes here to make sure I leave nothing out. Wanted to just catch up with you. As all of you know, I have been here since the first week in December last year, and I was supposed to be in Sierra Leone just till the end of February. Well, because of the coronavirus and pandemic and other things, I have not been able to return. Another reason that I have not been able to return is because I have here with me our builder architect, Jonathan, who came all the way from Guadalajara, Mexico. He comes from a team of builders that have helped us. They drew the plan for us. Pastor Gahiola and Geraldo, who was also here actually for about 3 weeks. After he left, he knew that there was a need for another professional to come and be here with me. So they sent Jonathan and paid him for the first month to come and bless this ministry, for which we are extremely grateful. But as he got here, the coronavirus pandemic went crazy. Airports got closed. His 1-month trip is now going on 5 months, unplanned. So a big shout out to him. Thank you, Famata. A big shout out to Jonathan and his team in Mexico, the Gahiola family, for sending one of their best to our country to help us. But on this video this morning, I want to cover a few things. One, I want to tell you about the children, how they're doing. They are thriving well. They have been really blessed and pleased that I've been with them this while. The good thing is I have really gotten to know my babies quite well. And they have gotten to know Jonathan. They've fallen in love with him. And this is going to be one of the hardest departure for me, leaving them here after being with them all of these years. I mean, all of these months. But I will be very dishonest to tell you that everything that has happened here has been the best. We've had lots of challenges. And I have to be honest with you, my partners, and always let you know the good, bad, and ugly of these trips. Starting off with the kids. The kids, we are now up to about, we have 32 children altogether. We at one point had 45 kids, and some have dropped off just because their parents, their guardians decided last minute to take them off the program, which is okay. So we have about 32 currently children signed up on the Esther Kaikai Memorial Outreach. We've also identified 10 women who are the women of Ekmoy, who we are helping with petty trade. And these women have started businesses, and they've actually begun to see profit, the turn of a profit. So that is something that I've not done since I've been coming, but we were able to do it this time, and these women are actually doing fine. I have a video of, it's a 43-minute documentary that I would post to my page so you guys can see everything that happened. Now, the good news for us is the airport is going to open on July 22nd. And upon that, it means we'll be able to fly back to, for me, back to the United States, and for Jonathan, back to Mexico. I really want to share the successes on this trip. When I came here, what I came to do singly was to do the floating or the concreting of the ceiling. But as I started, Geraldo came from Mexico and was totally unhappy with the way the work was being done. So we had to undo in order to do it properly. On that note, Jonathan came to oversee that process, and you came for the floating. So you want to share that?
So when I came here in Sierra Leone, so I follow the instruction of the engineer about the irons that we install and the floating. So we need to change some of these things. So because the way that they made already when I came was wrong. So that was some of the challenge that we had, because we need to overmake some of these things. So that things take it some weeks. So we completed successfully. We concrete that roof. So it's fine right now. So because we fix it, some installation like plumbing and water between the concrete. So all of that is already done. That's it.
And guys, excuse me, I cannot tell you the blessing of having these folks come from international countries with an international standard of building. I am so grateful, because if I had floated that building by the standards that we have here, it would have been a disaster. These men coming here, undoing everything that our builders here wanted to do, which led to them leaving because they just were not willing to follow all of the standards that we have in place for the way things needs to be done. That is a whole new topic. They abandoned the work, took money, and I will deal with that legally at another time. I just want to focus on the positives for now. So he was able to get the irons laid out the proper way. We found cracks in some areas because of poor installations of things, which now we have to reinforce to make sure it's done well, which means we have to dig again. I'm not going to be able to do that on this trip, but we have identified a few mistakes that they are going to fix for us. They were able, they meaning Jonathan and his team in Mexico, which is Pastor Gagiola and his son Geraldo Jr., and the engineers that are working for us are going to give us an idea of how we can protect those cracks to make sure this expensive work we've done does not just blow up in flames. So what they also did on this trip, which was not on the cards, we built the septic chambers and completed all of the septic on the entire building. The hydraulic and electrical has been prepared. The building, we raised two other sections all the way to wall height, correct? It's not completely done, but they are at wall height. So what that means is we can float it and come back and do the finishes. Now, let me talk about the challenges that we've had. We have to be completely honest with you guys, because it is you, the donors, that make what we do here possible. So if we're not telling you the truth of what's happening here, then we're doing this as a disservice. As we said earlier, when Jonathan came here, he never came to work. But because of the work ethics of the people here, he had to be the engineer. He had to be a builder. He had to be a worker, literally get in the trenches and do the work. Most of the builders, most of the people that we've worked with, let me speak from our experience, they just stand up with their glasses and their phone, taking pictures and talking on the phone and not working. We come from an environment where the leaders show leadership by example, meaning they get in the trenches and work with you. That has not been our experience. Here, they're just bosses that sit around and boss people. And they do not even stand and actually, what is the right word I'm looking for? Not just give instruction, but watch to make sure it is executed.
Like examples.
Be the right example. They failed miserably in that. If these guys were not here, I promise you I would have had to just close shop and go back to the States. But thank God kudos to Mexico for what you've done for me. You've allowed my work to go on. And on that note, I just want you to know right now, he's been here for 5 months. He only came for a full month. Jonathan has worked so well, and nobody's paying him because they're doing this for free. So if you are anywhere out there, you're looking for a good architect who can draw a wonderful plan for you. For here in Sierra Leone, we can drive wherever your land is located, and he can look at that and draw something for you. I just want to bless him. So instead of him sitting here not making any money, it will be such a blessing if you have land here in Sierra Leone. I'm in Bow right now, or in Freetown, and you said, you know what, Maseray, I would like for him to draw a beautiful plan. You can pay him via dollars. Let's help him make some money. He has lost a lot of money just being here. I cannot pay. There's no amount of money that I can pay these guys for what they've done for us. But if we can give him that gift by giving him the opportunity to work for us, by drawing a beautiful plan, he's going to do one for me because I do need my own house here in Sierra Leone, and he's working on something for me as well. And in time, I will show that to you so you can see his work. He was part of the team that did the orphanage drawing. Pastor Gahiola did the original drawing, correct?
Yes.
And you guys came and did part of it as well to reinforce what he did. So that's one of the challenges we had. Our workers did not only abandon the job, they stole money. They took things, tools. They got paid part of the fee and disappeared. Disappeared the next morning. Got instruction for me to work the next day and left. Because they knew they were doing such a poor job, and they knew I was going to replace them. So they cut their losses basically. But I will make sure they're prosecuted fully, because you will not steal from this ministry and get away with it. And I hope you are all watching, because you know who you are. But let me get back to wonderful things to share. Knowing that they abandoned the work and took money from us, never finished the job that they've been paid to do, and just walked away. So I'm just going to give you guys a caution. If you're going to do work in Sierra Leone or anywhere, I don't know other countries, but I can talk about Sierra Leone, you better be sure to be here to do your job. Don't just send money to family and friends. Don't just send money to people. Come and do the work yourself. Even your brothers and sisters would steal from you. They will tell you they're doing a great job, but it is nothing compared to being in this country. My 8 months in Sierra Leone has been a blessing, not just for me, but my name and the integrity of this ministry. Because if I had just been sending money to people to do the work, it would have been a total disservice to my ministry and to my donors. But being on the ground has shed light on all of the problems that we have here. And some of the problems that I have here is I still need great means of transportation to transport, like sand, cement, stones. It is so costly to get those things through. Because of all we've been able to accomplish here, we've done 2 other levels of building that was never on the cards, but because of you donors continuing to send money for us, we have been able to continue the work. I am in the process of trying to go back, but I want to get things in place and find another person who would supervise the building, and pray that my team here from Mexico will be able to come back to help so we can finish this. I cannot let anyone else do this work to completion unless I have someone coming with me. And what they've been doing here, they are training the men that have been faithful to this ministry. You know, like Alhaji saw. Shout out to Alhaji. Alhaji is going to be my manager here in Sierra Leone. I have, he has learned plumbing. He is learning how to connect water lines. He is learning, basically, he's learning to be a builder.
Yes.
He has impressed us with the work he's been done. He should have been paid for this job. And I now realize, do not despise these guys. They are willing to learn. So I could say I've got maybe 7 good men who want to work. They are novice, maybe they don't know much, but they're willing to be trained so they can do the job. And we've seen how their input and willingness to learn has helped us. So what does that mean? When I come back the next time, because of my months of being in this country, because of 8 months of being in this country, it has taught me a lot of things. It has helped me to be better prepared with what I need, to really make sure that I choose people that truly love the job. The conditions here is they come, they get paid, they spend the money, and they disappear. Very few people are loyal to their work. It is nothing like we do in the Western world. In America, in Mexico, and places like that, we can come and do our jobs whether we like it or not, but we do it with integrity most of the time. It's not the same here. And I don't know, this is our experience. You can give comments below and tell me if you're building here, what your experiences have been. I'm now learning to be a builder. I have to know the cost of everything. I need to know the cost for cement. I need to know how many bags of cement I can use with the proportion of sand and stone in order to get the correct mixture. I have been forced to learn to be a builder. I was a real estate agent who is now becoming a builder because of the situation and the circumstances that I've been dealt. This man to my left has been a blessing for me. He's even going to help me to erect my own place. So when I don't want to be with the kids, I can have my own personal home that I can be and just relax and take a breather away from all of this. And a big shout out to partners. I understand the situation in that country. You've been dealing with this pandemic. Most of you have not had to work, but I want to say to you, the work has not stopped in Sierra Leone. You have been pouring in monies. You've been sending money for me to continue the work. I am going back to the orphanage today to kind of do the last minute touches so we can get ready and prepared to go back to the States, but the work is still going on, and I'm going to make sure before I come back, I have raised enough money to raise the walls. The 2 other levels are raised. We do the floating and do the roof, and then we would raise money to start doing the finishes. Hopefully, Jonathan will be the one to come back here. But as I also said, and I'm going to repeat again, if you are in Sierra Leone and you're looking for a builder architect, really an architect that can draw a really fantastic plan, this man is more than willing to do that. Just inbox me with your name and phone number, and I will call you later on. He will be going to Freetown. He's going to help 2 other friends to draw plans based on the lot. He will be able to do that in the next couple of weeks. He's got about 3 weeks here to be able to go identify your land, take pictures, draw, and then tell you what he can do to help you. And you can pay him in the States. I will create an account where you can pay him for his drawing. Don't expect mediocre work. He's going to do international standard work. So let's be generous in what we do for him, because he's blessed our country so well. I in turn want to bless him. I'm going to have him draw my own plan, and yes, I am going to pay him for it. I don't expect him to do that for free. So guys, let's bless this man. Let's bless him for being a blessing to us. I want to thank each and every one of you who have been who have been praying for us, who have been helping us financially, who has been calling and checking on us, making sure we're okay. And I heard that the coronavirus is still pretty much high in the U.S., but we pray for your safety. We pray for your healing. We pray that if there's any heal among you, that the Lord will continue to pour out his blessing upon our country and friends all over the world that have lost their jobs or have been laid off. We pray that God will provide for you, because he is your source. And for those of you who, in spite of what's going on with the coronavirus pandemic, has supported this ministry, continue to send money. May God bless you for all that you're doing for us. We are still receiving donations at our website, www.ekmoi.com, www.ekmoi.com. And the goal for next year, what are some of the recommendations that you think we should have, Jonathan, in order for this work to go well? Because you see, we were missing the vans, the trucks, to transport things, the machinery we need, like cement mixers. If we were talking to people who have the ability to donate, what do you think are some of the things we should ask for?
Well, one of my recommendations could be prepare with machines or with some tools that help the workers to do easy the job, or also more faster, because here all the work is manual. So I know that if you can provide for some machines that could iron, some machine maybe that could goods, some machines that some machine, for example, for vibrated concrete, so for get a better quality of in our floatings. So because that is important for do the work best.
Thank you. So vibrator for the for the concrete, and to compact the soil. We need cement mixer. I need to ship these things. I need to raise money to send 2 containers full of the things that are needed to get quality work. Everything here is done manually. If I were to call somebody to do that, we're talking thousands of dollars. And because things have been done by hand, it's not always done well. The walls are not straight. They have to be here to straighten. You guys, we have got to do better in Sierra Leone. We are at the point in this country where people are so focused on money and not the job. The work ethics is horrible. They show up whenever they want to. And you fire them, they don't care because it's not important to them. They just need to make 50,000 to go on to the next job. They would steal your equipment because it's different and it's quality. I have things in place. I have people in place. But it's still not enough. I am about to set camera everywhere just to kind of minimize the stealing and the deceptive behavior. And there are a good few people here, just to say that. I have a few good men, but they are just that, a few. The horrible situation in this country far exceeds the good one. Every day is a different problem for me. I have really had to allow God to be my guide in every way. Because if I hadn't done that, I would have pulled my hair by now and have ran crazy in this country. I'm glad these guys have come to be able to see. Another challenge I have here, because in America we want to have receipts for everything. That's not always possible. When you buy sand from a guy in the bush, they're not going to give you a receipt. They'll tell you, I don't have a receipt. Let me write on a piece of paper, if they have a piece of paper. Even though I provide receipt books, but then I have to write my own receipts because they don't write English. They don't understand English. So they don't even write. We're talking about literacy. There's people here, so many illiterate. They don't understand how to read and write. So as much as I need good records for the United States, sorry, America, I'm not going to be able to give records of everything. But as you know, if you're working in the United States, in Sierra Leone, you know the challenges here. I need real help. I need to meet with a team of builders that would be able to help me. The voltage here is 220. So the equipment have to be the right voltage, because I brought some things that I blew because of having the wrong voltage. So there have been lots of lessons learned. The beauty in all of these guys has been my babies. The children are so, oh my God, the joy of being a mother has been incredible. I have bonded with these children in ways that God could not even... The Lord put them in my path, because if it wasn't for them, I don't know what I would have done for 8 months. I would have really, literally gone crazy. I know I'm a child of God and I should not talk like that, but yes, the challenges in this country is unbelievable. But because of the grace of God, because of these children, I've been able to succeed in this construction. I've been able to succeed with these children. The 6th graders read under the rate of, they read, they cannot even read a 1st grade book. My 6th graders cannot read a 1st grade book. That is how horrible. And this is across board. I have 32 kids. Out of my 32 children, maybe only 7 can read decently. So the problem is a lot. I need to do everything that I can for these kids to really thrive. But thanks to you, we are going to set up a way for them to be homeschooled. I have to have a system to where we can teach them at home and not put them in any school. We have to set up something where we will be the school and we can teach them. We can find like a homeschool curriculum to help them, because all of them are now in the first grade level. I have to put all of them in class and hire a tutor who is teaching them now. All of them together from first grader to sixth grader are starting afresh and learning their ABCs. CAN, they don't understand. They don't even know what that is. TIM, Tim, they don't know what that is, guys. Sierra Leone, we have to do better. We have to help our children. I don't want to be critical, but I will be doing a disservice to my country if I'm not speaking the truth of what's happening in this country. Please, people, don't just send money for food. Come here and see what your dollars have been spent on, your pounds have been spent on. See how your monies have been spent in this country. Expect things to go right, but be part of it. It's easy to just send money, but you're not doing a good service to yourself or your country by just not coming and holding our people accountable. Yes, I have 7 people that I'm training to work and do things by the standards that I'm used to show up on time and leave late. That's what we do here. But thanks to you, all of that could be accomplished. And Jonathan, is there anything else you would like to say before we wrap this up?
No, well, thank you so much for watch that video live. So for support the ministry. That's it. Thank you, everyone.
Well, thank you guys for watching. And also this year, most of my fundraising effort is going to be online. I think on the 16th, my husband in Sierra Leone, in the United States, Elgin Young, shout out to you, my darling. You've really helped out with all of this while you were there. And I'm here. I miss you. I love you. And I thank you for all the work you're doing to help us. We're going to do more of our fundraiser this year online. I need to come back to Sierra Leone. My project starting out, I needed $100,000, $1 million to start. And now I need about 500,000 to really completely do this work successfully, not just the building, but the exterior and get things, the fencing, and to do just fence the entire property to make sure it's safe and protected. So please share these videos with your friends and family. Send it to people that have the means to help. I'm looking for, I've been so blessed by all of the dollars. Some people send 10, some people send 1,000, some people send 5,000. It's all been used. I need to finish this work. I have given myself a goal of 6 months to do it. If I can come back with the money, I can get the job done. Thanks to the people here in Sierra Leone who has been some help for me, Batu and Luke, who has hosted me for 8 months, and their children, Mohammed and Njai, who have just been incredible. They've helped us so well. Alhaji, you are Jewel. You have been my right arm. You have been a blessing from God. Lovett, who is going to be the caregiver for the children. You have started working with the kids. I'm beginning to identify workers for the children. We have Cecilia, who is the chef, who is cooking their meals, and she's been cooking for me and them, so I can kind of make sure the kids are not eating all this boku boku Maggi. Plenty of Maggi, which is not good. It's going to raise their blood pressure. So I'm really, literally regulating that. I have pastor in place, Pastor Glory and Pastor Andrew. They are the spiritual leaders here. We're teaching them from the grace message. The children are learning the love of God. They are very, very, what's the word for this? Aggressive children, fighting. They've got this, they love barbaric things. We're trying to balance that to make them a little calmer. Strength, but calmness and loving and kind. So the kids are learning to be gentle. They're learning to be kind. And so we have that in place, and we have a security in place because the stealing is happening here. They would steal from you every turn if you're not watching. So at every time I have 5 or 6 people in place, myself, Jonathan, Alhaji, Lovett, Pastor Andrew, Pastor Glory, and then the watchman, Pa James. And these people are constantly watching for me to making sure things are in place. And I'm now installing doors, temporary doors and windows on the lower level of the orphanage so we can securely save the things that we have purchased. Even though I'm going to use everything, I don't want to leave anything in the storage for it to be stolen. But on my return or coming back, I will need to be prepared before I get here. But Edia, to Jeneba, Hannah, all of you who have joined us today, thank you for your love, support, and effort. Mexico, Guadalajara, Solid Rock of Atlanta, all of my donors around the world, Thank you, my friends and family who have supported this ministry. Thank you. We are still receiving donations because I'm now preparing for my next trip to get tons. I'm going to need maybe 30 tons of iron rods or maybe more to complete this process. It's lots of iron rod, maybe 3 to 4,000 bags of cement. What is it? 1 by 12 by 14 boards, 2 by 4, 2 by 3, lots of stuff. So anything you can help us with, share this video to anyone that you think would be a blessing to us. And I might do one more update before I leave. But God bless you, and I hope that you too can make this a great day. Love you guys. Bye-bye.